joined here with Peter Tay, the Chief Digital Officer from Income Insurance. So I do have a couple of questions to ask you, Peter. So the first one is, how do you see traditional insurance companies adapting to the rise of insurtech startups and innovations within the industry?
Sure. I actually see that traditional insurers are adapting to this trend. And in fact, for income insurance, we have seen this trend many years ago. And first, when we started our journey on this, we really we have a very clear plan on what do we actually build. And if there's something in the market, is there something we could buy? Or even if there's a like-minded partners, is this something we could borrow, right? So this build, buy, borrow strategy become the key on how a traditional insurance would respond or adapt to this. And when we as an early starter, we really benefit from this, right? Because we begin to try this out, we shortcut the process because we begin to borrow stuff, insurtech or players in the market that already have done this or could have done this much better than what a traditional insurer like us can do. So we really benefited from this. And many years on, in fact, today we have the capability of launching something we call Hive by Income, which is a insurance as a service platform where we are ready now to help our fellow insurers in the region to go quicker, right? And our experience in the market is that people are eager, traditional players reach out to us and say, how do we collaborate? So we are very excited that all the traditional insurers today, in fact, I think they're realizing the trend is here to stay, right? And it isn't, what better way to do than to respond to it? Yeah.
I guess a follow-up question for me as well is, you spoke about Hive and how you guys just launched it. Is there any particular reason because you saw a gap in the market or something that the consumers needed, which was why Hive was launched?
I think there are a few fronts here, right? First and foremost is we are slightly different from, say, insurtech company out there because our DNA, we are an insurer, right? We are a big insurer, a composite insurer in Singapore. So we understand the insurance business. Then over the last couple of years, our investment, our experiments with tech make us have a certain set of capabilities now. And we run a business here in Singapore, right? It's not like a set of capability that we try to do something for you. We have a tested, proven model because we go to the market and we continue to iterate, right, in Singapore. So now when we go to the region, we have the confidence that there's a certain product fit to the market, there's a certain market fit, and we have run many such experiments. And of course, you need a bit of localization and all. But we are confident that this is a solution that could work for an insurer. And now we have the ability to bring this and you will shortcut the kind of years that we have put in. And we can help a fellow insurer in the region to really do this faster. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing more on Hive as well. And so I just want to ask finally as well, looking ahead to the next 3 to 5 years, what do you predict will be the most significant changes or advancements in the insurance ecosystem, and how should industry stakeholders prepare for them?
There's really a few ways to look at it, but to be honest, in the current state of things, I think 5 years is really too long to even do a prediction, right? I think in the near 2 to 3 years time, I think the rise of AI is something really a huge untapped potential. I mean, just looking at the advancement over the last 1 year, you couldn't imagine if I have this conversation with you next year's ITC, right? Because you almost see this embedded in every journey. Could it produce more dynamic product features which AI could take over? It could be customer service, and the concept of co-pilot is so appealing, right? Because it could support a human to do the thing much faster, much more effective, right? So I think AI is definitely something that I think will be a huge untapped potential that we expect to see the change in the coming 2 to 3 years. The next thing that I see is really what we call the rise of an ecosystem. I think in every country, be it Singapore or Southeast Asia or even global, I think consumers today lead their lives in digital platforms. They do many things with one platform, with a single brand they trust. I think now for insurers, you really need to think, how do you design your product such that you can now begin to work with platforms like that? How do you embed your digital insurance product such that platform has the ability to sell this like a lifestyle product, right? I think this is extremely important because this don't take 3 years. I think this is almost happening now, right? But at the back of it, in the near term, I think one of the biggest things that's going to develop in parallel really is with the rise of AI, the rise of digital platforms. I think one of the most important part is really consumer protection, right? How can consumer be protected today, and to make sure that a new technology like AI do not bring some unintended consequences? And with a platform, with a more exchange of data, how does this track of work protect the customer even further? I think the insurer holds the responsibility to make sure that the consumer, the rights, the interest, the privacy are being protected as we continue to test out this new technology. But certainly, I think it's exciting days ahead with the rise of AI, the rise of digital platform. Insurance is going to be very, very different. If you take your word 5 years time, I wouldn't even dare to imagine, but I think that will be something to look forward to.
Okay, yeah. No, thanks so much, Peter, for sharing as well. I think like it can be hard to foresee what will happen in the future when right now there's so many technological advancements that's happening right now. So yeah, I think those are the two questions, and this is Peter Tay.
Thank you.